It's a case study, forcing students to study subjects they cannot handle. This creates stress. This creates stress, poor performance, and mental fatigue. Case study, United Kingdom. GCSE reform study, 2023, UK Department for Education found that the school is allowing students to drop option GCSE subjects, so a 22% improvement in average grades, a 17% decrease in school stress-related absence. The students performed better when they focused on fewer meaningful subjects. Third view, efficient use of education resources. With case study, with students sit in classes they do not want resources are wasted, teachers, classrooms, and budget. Case study in New Zealand. New Zealand's flexibility NCEA curriculum lets students design organizational combination schools that adapted this system. So smaller class size in advanced subjects, more targeted teacher allocation, higher overall teaching efficiency. Their Ministry of Education noted that subject flexibility allows rotational disruption of school resources. Lesson, schools function better when students choose guide resources allocation. Thank you, Honorable Chairperson.
Morning, everyone. Honorable judges, respected audience, but as you, the audience. As an expert guiding today's discussion, I stand before you to speak with both reason and responsibility of our today's motion. Should students have the right to drop subjects in a school system? Students make poor academic decisions at a young age. 70% of the students who dropped subjects in a secondary school, later they regret it. In 2022, at Kenya, a school survey found that most students who dropped mathematics at Form 2 struggled later when applying for science and business courses. So this shows students don't fully understand the long-term consequences of dropping subjects. Employers prefer candidates who study a full range of compulsory subjects. A study in Africa found that students who dropped care subjects like science or ICT were 30% less likely to get technical jobs after graduation. Allowing students to drop subjects could make it easier to opt out of religious or important content. And this threatens the integrity of the educational system. If too many students drop required subjects, the value of diploma or certificate may suffer and fewer students complete full set of competencies.
Good morning, everyone. The chairperson, honorable judges, and the House at large. Today we stand firmly to support the idea that students should have the right to drop the subjects from the school system. Every student is required with a different talent and interests. Forcing a student to study every subject often leads to stress, poor performance, and loss of motivation. If you are saying that students should not drop subjects, how can you avoid additional stress from subjects you are not interested in? Let me go my first point. Different talents and interests. Students have different strengths. Some are good at science, whereas the other one is good at sports and arts. Allowing them to drop unwanted subjects help them to focus on what they are good at, reducing stress and workload. Many students feel overwhelmed with too much subjects. Dropping one or two reduces stress and improves mental health. Improving academic performance, mental well-being with a key study. Forcing a student to study subjects that they cannot handle creates stress and poor management. Mental fatigue, case studies. First, first use of educational resources that are case study. When students sit in a class, they don't want resources like the teachers' lessons or classrooms or budgets. students have different strengths and interests. Not every student extends it is the same area, allowing them to drop subjects that don't align with their strength. Can help them focus on areas where they can focus on building confidence.
Good morning, everyone, the judges and my fellow debaters. I'm 𝙎𝙬𝙪𝙙𝙤 from the negator side. I'm firmly opposing the motion that says, should students have right to drop any subjects in the school system? Education is not only about choosing what we enjoy, it's about building the essential skills needed for our future. Education is not only about choosing what we enjoy, it's about building the essential skills needed for our future. Allowing students to drop subjects too earlier will limit their opportunities, reduces their career options, and harm their long-term development. Allow me to highlight my points. My first point, core subjects are essential for future success. My second point, students are not mature enough to decide earlier. My third point, dropping subjects creates inequality. My first point, core subjects are essential for future success. Students should not be allowed to drop essential subjects because they are a foundation of education. Reason, subjects like math, English, science, and social studies develop critical skills such as problem solving, communication, and basic literacy. If students drop them, their future opportunities will become limited. For example, in some countries, even Somalia, universities require math and language subjects for admission. Students who drop math in secondary school may not be unable to study engineering, nursing, and business. My second point, students are not mature enough to decide earlier. Students are not often understand the long-term consequences of dropping subjects. Reason, young students make decisions based on difficult and the bottom, not the future career requirements. If they drop subjects now, it may block many future pathways. Students might think, for example, students may think I hate biology and then drop in the grade 9, but later they want to become a doctor or pharmacist. But it's already too late because they skipped the key subjects.
Thank you, the chairperson, the secretary, the timekeeper, bless you, the audience. My name is 𝙎𝙬𝙪𝙙𝙤 from G7 Special, standing here to agree the motion which says, should students have the right to drop out subjects in a school system? For me, I'm saying yes because of the following ideas. Dropping subject can improve academic performance by allowing more time for remaining classes, better align schedule with career goals, and reduce stress or anxiety. Before I explain my points, I would like to outline it. My first point, lack of interest. My second point, failing too far behind. My last point, reduces stress and anxiety. My first point, lack of interest. If you have a subject that you generally dislike and are unmotivated to study for, dropping it could be a valid option provided you can still meet your graduation requirement. My second point, failing too far behind. If you are so far behind in class that you cannot catch up, it may be better to drop some subjects than receiving a failing grade. My last point, reduces stress and anxiety. Overwhelming course loads and negatively impact mental health. Dropping a subject that is causing excessive stress can significantly improve your well-being. Thank you, the chairperson.
Thank you, the chairperson. Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand on the side of opposers who strongly believe that students should not have the right to drop a subject in the school system. Education is not only about choosing what we like, it is about building discipline, gaining important skills, and preparing for the real world. When students drop a subject, they risk limiting their future, weakening their knowledge, and avoiding challenges that help them grow. For these reasons, the 𝙎𝙧𝙤𝙪𝙙 family assure that all subjects are necessary for a complete and balanced education. All students build a complete education. Students are too young to make such big decisions. Dropping subjects can encourage laziness. 𝙎𝙧𝙤𝙪𝙙 argue that every subject in school has a purpose. Subjects like math, science, language, and history all teach different skills and help students in life. Even if a student does not like a subject now, it may help them in the future. For example, a student says math is too hard and wants to drop it. But later in life, they may need math when budgeting money, running a business, or calculating expenses.
Thank you, Chairperson. My name is Fortune. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I stand here to oppose the motion that says students have the right to drop subjects in school. Even though students may find some subjects difficult or uninteresting, allowing them to drop subjects freely will harm their education and future opportunities. My first point: a balanced curriculum are necessary for growth. School subjects are designed to give students a complete and balanced education. Subjects like math, science, language, or social studies help students build important life skills. If students drop subjects they dislike, they will miss knowledge in future career and daily life.